Okay guys, welcome back. We're now doing the Datamine with GDK and KenDog. Alright, so we have a lot to go over though. So let's start with the refines, and I gotta say this refine batch has been kind of 60% positive, I will say. Alright, so
it's kind of a 50-50 for everybody, honestly. Some of them is good, but some of them are bad.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with the one that's controversial right off the bat, and that's Flayn. So as you know, Flayn is struggling quite some time. Well, when she first came out, she was very unique for a staff unit because she had the drive 30% DR, but then that DR was pierceable. So let's see what people are complaining about. Okay, so Caduceus staff, it has Wrathful staff built into it like we know it does. So for allies within two spaces of unit, grants attack res up 4 and then the drive 30% DR excluding AoE, and inflicts the guard on the foe. Okay, so they added the attack res up 4 and the guard along with the 30%, which is still pierceable, by the way. Then, if units within 3 spaces of an ally, grants all stats up 5, reduce damage from foes attack by 30% excluding AoE, and inflicts guard. Okay, so she herself gets the same thing, except she gets all stats up 5 though. Then she got allies within 2. Oh, she's got guidance 4, so that's pretty good. That's at least good support.
Actually, it's called Omni Guidance 4 because anybody, like from armor, cavalry, flyers, and infantry can.
Okay, yeah, Omni Guidance 4. Yeah. Okay, and then at start of turn, if units within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack res up 6, and then the breath effect status to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Okay, so she provides that support too. Then, if unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of ally, grants another all stats, and then makes a guaranteed follow-up, because she's pretty slow. Okay, so basically, Flayn gets Wrathful stat, joint drive, attack res up 4, allies only, 30% DR and guard, and then she herself gets plus 10 to all stats, Omni Guidance 4, to her and the allies, attack res up for visible up 6 visible buff, and the special charge status and guaranteed follow-up. Okay, I see where people are coming from. It doesn't give like an unpierceable DR like Seth did though. But I will say Omni Guidance is actually pretty good support. That way any movement type can teleport between her. Now yes, we have Emblem Celica Ring to, you know, make that better, but still, I think having this as a support is pretty good. And also with the joint drive guard and stuff. And yes, I know the 30% DR is pierceable, and nowadays we have a lot of unpierceable DR, and also everybody's running around with DR piercing nowadays. But I mean, still, it's still something. Gives you a little bit of protection, and she can deal some combat damage as well. So I want to say this is like an awful refine. Just, it probably doesn't stand out that much, but it's still something you can use.
It's not like absolute ass like so, no.
Yeah. Yeah. So I say Flames is decent, just not great. I'll say that.
Well, personally to me, she may not be good in combat scenarios, but we have to think about it like this. Considering the fact of with the most recent support options that we got in the game now, she can basically be a well-supported healer in so many possible ways in any arena, AR, or summoner duels. Doesn't matter whether it's bad or not, the refine is still pretty decent depending on how you use it along with your team.
Yep, exactly. I just think people just have way too high of an expectation for her because of how good Seth's refine was.
That I understand that, but also at the same time, we had to come to realization that every unit is unique, because most of the time when IS usually puts out these refines, they try to find something similar close to what they were like in their original games, which is understandable. But also at the same time, not every unit's going to be power creep like the next.
Yeah. Yep. So that's Flayn. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is got Ilyana, who got a Resplendent all quite a long time ago. And everybody was like, huh, that was quick. So Ilyana did not have a perf weapon when she came out, but she's a 3-star, 4-star demo. Let's see if Kraver's Tome is gonna make her really stand out. Okay, so if HP is greater than 25%, grants all stats and makes a guaranteed follow-up. Okay, that's good, because Ilyana's kind of slow. If units within 2 spaces of an ally and her res is greater than the foe's res, reduce damage from foe's attack by difference between stats maximum 20. Oh, okay. So I guess that's true DR, I'm guessing. Nice. Flat damage reduction. Yeah, flat damage reduction. Okay, that's pretty good. If unit's HP is greater than 25%, heals 7 HP after combat. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants all stats up 5, neutralizes unit's penalty to res, neutralizes foe's bonuses to res, deals damage with 20% of her res, and grants the breath effect. Oh, okay, this is actually pretty good. So Ilyana gets plus 10 to all stats, guaranteed follow-up, 20 flat DR, 7 HP heal post-combat, res no penalty, dual res, true deep damage equal 20% of her res, and breath effect. Wow. Okay, this is good. This is very good. Yeah, Ilyana fans are cooking. So if you got a Forma version of her, or if you slap like ploys or whatnot on her, you might like this refine. This refine is pretty good. Now, I still think the best C slot for her is probably Breath of Life 4, I'm guessing. No?
From what it's showing on everybody else's, the attack red's ploy 3 is her best option.
So ploy is her best option.
Yes.
Okay, it makes sense, because look at her res. She's got 40 res, but base res with a super boon. So just ascend that, or, you know, make that your boon, and then put the attack as the other boon. And then, yeah, just build her like a res tank. Oh yeah, and you can slap Lagu's friend on her so she can tank even better with her res.
Oh, very, very much.
Yeah, so Ilyana is got a really good refine for a 3-star, 4-star demo. I'm impressed. Wow. All right.
It kind of makes me think of Mirabilis' Spring alt for some reason, because of the whole, because of the the flat damage reduction that she had with her res stat. It kind of feels similar towards it, but different in some regard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Ilyana. Very good refine. Okay, now we have our harmonic unit, Pirate Veronica. Now this one I've been hearing some pretty good buzz about, so let's see what's going on with this. Gay Anchor Axe enables Canto Distant +1. Oh, okay, that's automatically really good right there. She did not have this before, so that's good. So she still has the -1 special. And then if unit initiates combat, or if the number of allies adjacent to the unit is less than or equal to 1, grants death threats up 5 to unit, inflicts death threats -5 on the foe. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, and grants special cooldown count -X to unit before unit's first attack during combat. X is the number of spaces from start position. Oh, okay. Then at the start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, inflicts attack defense -7 and feud. Oh, okay. On closest foes and foes within 2 space. What the? Damn. Okay, that's really good support right there. And then at start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants Death res up 5, inflicts death res -5, and deals damage equal to 20% of unit's defense. Also, when special trigger, completely pierces DR. Damn! Wow! This is super good. Okay, so they've got the -1 special cooldown, guaranteed follow-up, cancel distant +1. They got rid of that solo condition, which is good. So +10 death res to unit and -10 death res on foe. And then they got the special cooldown minus a jump before their first attack. And the X is the clash condition, and maximum is 3. So that means you can run no quarter. Well, no, you don't need to run no quarter. They've pierced DR already. Run Ignis. You can run Ignis on them, and then they can immediately pre-charge Ignis and just nuke you. So that's pretty nuts, I will say. And then to the closest foes in 2 spaces, they've got the visible attack defense -7 and the feud status. Now, the feud status, some people still underestimate. It's a very powerful status. It basically disables all your supporting skills and just 1v1. So that's really good as a debuff. And then true damage based on their defense, and then they completely pierces DR. So yeah, this is really good for a harmonic unit, I gotta say.
I will say, I mean, if they go above and beyond trying to create a harmonic unit that's got this type of stuff, it makes me wonder what the next duels and harmonics will have as well. But also at the same time, I would like to also state the fact that this is the first hero that we have gotten. Well, probably not the first, but the whole special cooldown jump thing mechanic originally was on a few units, especially with Brave Robins pretty much bringing it to us. But now we basically have this nuisance that might prove to be a challenge in arena, pretty much every competitive arenas that we've got in the game now.
Exactly. Yep.
So it is something worth investing if you ain't got anybody particular that is from the recent banners. She is a good option, but also be mindful of how you use her.
Okay, so that's Pyro Veronica. Very good unit. Now let's get to probably one of the biggest buzz, along with Veronica, Melady. Now, Melody, when she first came out, she was very unimpressive. She had no perf weapon, and she was your typical slow, wyvern rider. Oh boy, what she got! It's absolutely bananas. All right.
This is the one I was actually waiting for.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so she's got Crimson Lance. Greater than 25% HP, grants all stats up 5. Reduced, she gets flat DR based for first attack by 20% of her defense, including the brave hits. And foe cannot make a follow-up. Okay, follow-up denial. Then she's got the freaking wyvern, the rift effect, or the half frozen effect, which is pretty good. So you can stack that up with the Wyvern Rift. That's really nice. And then, if units HP... Keep in mind, this is the base effect. We haven't got to the green part yet. Alright, and then if units HP is greater than 25%, heal 7 HP after combat. For foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, inflicts attack speed, defense -4, and special cooldown... Oh, she's got the guard crocs. Just like Gaul or Gale, like we got last time. All right. And then if foe initiates combat or foe's HP is 75%, grants all stats up 5, deals damage equal to 20% of her defense, and makes a guaranteed follow type. Yeah. Wow. This is super good. Okay, so she's got +10 to all stat, flat DR based on foe's first attack, equals 20% of her defense. Fall denial, the rift effect, makes harder for the foe to double. 7 HP post combat heal. Attack speed, defense -4, guard crocs. True damage equal 20% of her defense, and then guaranteed follow. Yep. Oh yeah, this one's cooking. This one's really good. So the way you build Melody, just fodder a Rosado to her. Yeah, fodder the Rosado to her. Slap the boost skill that he had and Wyvern Rib, which is the best B skill for her, by the way. When you stack Wyvern Rib combined with the Rift effect in her weapon, that makes anybody hard to double Melody. And Melody is middling speed, so yeah, good luck trying to double her with the Wyvern Rift and Breath of Life 4 built into it, though. So yeah, Melody got an awesome refine. I can see some Melodies running around now.
Big time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good refine. And finally, we got one of GDK's favorite gimmicky retomers, Veld. So, you want to do this one, GDK?
Sure, why not? Veld basically came out quite a few years ago during book 4, 5, whatever. When he first arrived, and I will say this, I've never played his original game, but I've looked into his stories and also watched him on some of the YouTubers that actually has played his game. And I will say this, the Petrified Tome back in the day was a gimmick tome that I thought would never be possible, but apparently it did cause havoc in AR because we didn't have very much going on back in the day. So looking at this now, he basically still has the Grand Res +3 on him. At the start of turns 1 through 5, which he still retains that effect, he basically afflicts gravity on the foe with the lowest specific stats seen below throughout the turns. Turn 1 being HP, turn 2 being attack, turn 3 being speed, and then so on, so on. And he basically also inflicts the gravity on the target foe only, but he also inflicts attack speed 7 and sabotage on that foe and foes within 2 spaces of the foe through the next action, which personally, to me, I'm kind of grateful that he's got the sabotage effect, so at least he can do a little bit more damage. So that helps. Now, if the unit initiates combat or the number of allies adjacent to unit is basically less than 1, then he gets +5 to all his stats, and he makes a guaranteed follow-up attack during combat. I will say this, it feels like this entire batch has basically been like, depending on how many allies are next to them, they basically get the +5 to all stats and a guaranteed follow-up attack. Am I not wrong here, G?
You're not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of slow people.
Yeah, they are slow, and with the amount of units that are basically, you know, coming up with high speed and stuff, it's understandable. But either way, I do like the change in his original Petrified. Now here comes the green text. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is more than 25%, grants an additional +5 to all his stats, so that makes +10 to it. Neutralizes foe's bonus to attack and res, and unit deals +X damage. X equal highest total penalties among targeted foes within 2 spaces of target, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by 30%. Now, I might be mistaken, and I could be a little bit wrong, but it feels kind of similar to Valadar a little bit in some regard, but also at the same time not. Because the way that it's looking is basically true damage, but also has a little bit of hint of dominance in it, which is feasible. It's decent, but due to all the cleansing effects shenanigans that we've got going on, it will be difficult for him to do it, to be able to use all this. But still, I still think that his refine is pretty well laid out. Just depends on who he's facing. It depends on the strategy that goes along with it. But I'm glad for the refine. I really am.
Also, the gravity is not. It's just like one unit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it basically just targets one foe, which is pretty understandable. But also, I would also like to point out saying that the whole gravity shtick, like picking off like one person, will actually, depending if they don't have a cleansing person who cleanses their team, it will shapen up to their downfall if they're not watching the text a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, so go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I like the whole thing. I'm a gimmick tone user. I'm looking forward to seeing what they will do for Solon here in the next few months. But for right now, it's a very good gimmick.
Yeah. Okay, so basically the PM1 simplified text is guaranteed follow-up with res up 3. Turns 1 through 5, depending on the stats, you have gravity, attack speed -7, sabotage, +10 dull stat, dull attack res, got the dominance-ish true damage, which is good, and then the 30% just DR. Yeah, with nothing, no stat checks, so that's solid for Veld, I will say. Okay, so that's basically all the 5 refines, and next month we're gonna have Dehorba as the GHB refine. Pirate Tidbarn could be the next seasonal, which if he is, I'm kind of curious what they're gonna make him though. And then Otur and Thor, they're gonna have their remixes. Oh boy, Otur really needs a lot of help. That guy's struggling really hard right now.
So he was struggling when he released.
Yeah, he was mostly just green dual cavalier fodder.
And now it's like outdated.
Yep, absolutely. Okay.
So there could also be a chance that a certain merchant might get a refine as well.
Oh, Merlinus?
Yep.
Oh god, that guy. I do not know what they're gonna do with him. His stats are so wonky. He's got really high HP, but like the second lowest attack.
I think he has the lowest attack, I'm pretty sure.
I think he's just a meme unit. So if he's a meme, then they gotta make a meme refine like they did with Oliver.
Well, I mean, there could be a chance that maybe they might do something decent and maybe make him the most powerful unit for about a month or so. I mean, we've got the skills to help him out and stuff. I mean, you just never can tell.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's the refines. Next up, we've got the stats. Now, this time we didn't know a lot of people's stats, so let's go ahead and check them out. So for Nagi, we have 49, 48, 17, 45, and 48. Okay, very min-max. Kind of like the original Nagi in a way. Asker, the bull Greek god, 42, 48, 16, 48, 45. Oh, wow. Asker and Nagi's defense and rest stats are actually swapped. That's kind of interesting. Oh, and both of them have the same attack stat. Interesting. And then the third slow unit, right here, 53. Wow, 53 HP. That is really high. She's gotta be a trainee BST armor unit.
This has to be trainee.
Yeah.
I don't mind not.
Do you suppose that she might be the second highest armored unit for HP along with Arvin?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Also, I think she has the second highest defense in the game. She's only outclassed by Marnie.
Oh yeah, Marnie has the highest defense.
That's just stupid to think about, so.
Yeah. Okay. 18 speed, 49 defense, and 45 res, so very min-max also. Lethe, now we're getting to the fast units, because Lethe has to be fast. 40 HP, 44, 47, 35, 24, and then Yarne is 40, 47, 45, 36, 21. Okay, so Yarne is almost similar to Lethe in terms of stats, I gotta say. Alright, now let's look at the weapon. So, this is Yarne's weapon. Full Rabbit Fang. It has Canto. Okay, so he's got the Near Trace Canto. He's still effective against Cavalier. I don't know why this is a thing with Yarne. Why does he like to kill Cavaliers? That's kind of strange to me. Grants speed +3. At start of turn, if number of adjacent allies other than beast or dragon allies is less than or equal to 1, or if units conditions for transforming are met, grants times pulse, basically. Okay, so he just needs to either be solo or have like another dragon or beast ally. But honestly, you could just slap the beast sacred seal and just let him transform like that. That's easier. All right, if number of adjacent allies other than beast or dragon allies is less than or equal to 1, or if he's transformed, grants bonus to his all stats equal. Okay, we have the ally 3 row 3 column check with max 14. He deals true damage based on 20% of his speed, and he has full on no follow-up. And also he gets the, just like his original version's weapon refine, he gets the mini special spiral effect if his HP dipped below 90. So, you know, because you know the original Yarne, he was a Gale Forcer, and having that having that condition was to help him trigger Gale Force easily. Same thing right here.
Yep.
And then you got the typical Cavalier Beast transformation thing. Okay, and naturally, since he's Yarne, he comes with Gale Force. Oh, Beast Sense 3. Okay, that's kind of good to put in as a Tempest Trial free reward. So in case anybody forgot what Beast Sense 3 does, so it takes out the condition to transform, so you don't need to run the Beast Sacred Seal. And then if oh, okay, so this is basically the dodge skill, but on Beast. Even though I think we have a tier 4 version of this. But this at least will be a bridge fodder to whoever had the tier 4 version, and you can pick up another skill afterwards. So that's good. And then he has Rouse Speed Defense 3. So if you want Alarm Speed Defense 3 from whatever that guy's name is that's in the normal summoning pool, that's also a bridge fodder. So Yarne at least brings Beast Sense 3 into the Grail shop, which is good. So that way you can slap this on your beast units if you want the tier 4 version. Okay, Lethe has attack speed clash 3 at 4-star, which is good because, you know, we have a lot of Excel skills you need to fodder off. And then Trace is, of course, at the 5-star. And Asker's Sturdy Beast is inheritable, which, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of expected. And the
yeah, because I mean, he did have his own preferred C skill, so I mean, that's inevitable.
Yeah. And then the prerequisite to inherit this is Ignis, which is very easy to get, by the way. You have like several people with Ignis. And then Dragon Scales, that's on both Na and Nagi. You of course need Dragon's Ire 3 as the prerequisite.
I'm still wondering why IS thought it'd be a good idea to put like Dragon Scale on 2 new units like that. Because I get the fact that they're slow and stuff, but you would think that they would at least maybe give us a tier 4 version of the other Dragon skills.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they were doing that one.
And then the far save, the near save, of course you need the tier 3 versions of those. Alright, now we're about to move into kind of a spoiler. In case you don't want to know, click off the video. Let's say 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay, so basically we know what our next Aida hero is, and that's Dogger. Well, to be honest, anybody who's been paying attention to the story or the Tempest Trial story knows that it's inevitable. Dogger has to be an Aida hero. So this is well, okay, don't bother with those stats right now because that's Tempest Trial and of course is inflated. We'll know her raw stats whenever she gets released on the New Heroes banner. But she has
It's probably gonna be this. Which I have a feeling it's gonna be this month.
Okay, so she's got Verfulnir's Edge. So this is what it does. Minus some special cooldown. Oh, let's also see if there's any similarities to her weapon refine from her mythic version. At start of turn, if there's an ally within 3 rows or 3 columns, grants attack speed up 6 and no follow-up to unit and allies within 3 rows or 3 columns center. Wow, that's a long range of support, I gotta say.
No, that is a nuisance in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the people that has that basically has her with Brave Felix?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's not gonna be pleasant.
Yeah. All right, and then if unit initiates combat or there's an ally within 3 rows or 3 columns, okay, she does the whole plus 14 set that we've seen on several weapon refines already today. No penalty. Oh, okay. No guard. Okay. And then unit deals X plus X damage and reduce damage from foes attack by 50%. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. And then X equal highest bonus among unit and ally. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh boy, she's gonna hit really hard.
Yeah.
And also when foe attack triggers foe's special, reduce special. What? She reduced foe special damage by 50%. Oh gosh. Oh man, this dogger. Oh, I can't even imagine facing her in the Tempest Trials now.
Well, I mean, she can still probably be taken out by one of the Halloween units, but again, it just depends on the team factor.
It does, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, apart from all that shenanigans, we ought to be wary about the skills that she has.
Oh yeah. Now this is not her. Well, okay, she has Gust, so that's terrifying. Harsh Command Plus. Attack speed finish 3, which I guarantee you she's gonna have the tier 4 version when she gets released. Though she is gonna have I was gonna say a perf skill somehow. I don't know what it is. Is it gonna be A, B, C, or special? I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
I feel like it's gonna be B.
You think so?
Because
I have a feeling that it may be A.
You think it is?
Yeah, I don't know why. Something about this one says A for me. But I mean, if we think back on her mythic, she pretty much had a B skill for a special B skill for her. So it could be a chance that maybe she might have that as well, but we won't know until we see it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
And
Spurn 3 and the defense rest smoke 3. Oh boy. Okay, well, it makes sense why she has that, because she's the Pathfinder girl. So she needs to have a skill that has Pathfinder built into it.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that they didn't give her like pathfinding in her weapon here. Like,
well, it might be in the
between
it might
her,
be in the special. It might be in the craft somewhere.
probably.
Yeah.
There could be a
Because
chance
there's no
that
way
it might
to
be
do
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to see though when she gets released, and we'll see.
But also at the same time, let's just admire her little artwork here, because this entire artwork that this artist did for her this time around, it's downright gorgeous. And also, we get Bird.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's got a golden bird, yeah.
We get Bird for aided accessory, probably.
Probably, yeah. So that'll be fun to wear around.
You mean for our unit?
Oh, absolutely. Yep, exactly.
I mean, the art does not has no shame.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that the bird doesn't carry off a little Tiki away.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and with that, and one more thing, the 2 seals we're getting is Go Dragons and Willy Fighter. So if you want your armor units to be a little bit more bulky, then Willy Fighter is your Sacred Seal.
I'm honestly surprised that they actually did that. Like Willy
Uh-huh.
Fighters is like you don't see a lot of units that has Willy Fighters on
I
it
think
with
the only
them.
unit in the game that has it is
Ascendant Idun. Yeah. Yep. Okay, with that said, that's all we covered tonight. So let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on the refines, the units, Dogger, and the difference. Are you gonna inherit the new far save and your save and whatever the new skills are? Also, if you like what I do, like, share, and subscribe. You want to see me do more of these videos. With that said, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. It's your boy, the G-Flash, signing out.
Bye.